Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Hello again, family and friends, Muslims, Christians, and Jews, and all believers. As you very well know, this is Alim Muhammad. I'm coming to you with another video tonight, and I hope it wouldn't be too long, to help you and all who would understand this. This is the attribute of Allah. This is one of the attributes of Allah. There are many. But I started this video off by saying I shall do La ilaha illallah, or I shall do Muhammadan Rasulullah. That's to say, I bear witness there is no God but God, and Muhammad is his servant and messenger. In fact, his last servant and messenger. I like to start this video by reciting the attribute called Al-Barr. It's Al-Barr. In English, you would spell it A-L-B-A-A-R. Al-Barr. This is Al-Barr. It means the source of all goodness. In other words, this is the source of all goodness. In Arabic, I have it here written as down as Al-Barr, Al-Barru, Al-Barru, Jalal. Behind it, it says, highly glorified and perfect is God. Highly glorified and perfect is Allah. It's Al-Barr, above everything. Al-Barr is the source of all goodness. If you can't say Al-Barr in the Arabic, just say the source of all goodness. What is the importance of this? The importance of this is those who are having children, those who have children and wish for blessings upon their children, you recite it over your child. Recite this over your child, your children, your child, your offspring. You say Al-Barr. It is said, he who repeats this name over his child, this child will be free from misfortune. Parents who lose their children very young should not despair of Allah Almighty in all his kindness and mercy. Shall bless them with children who shall survive if they recite profusely this sacred name. Profusely, you say it profusely. Al-Barr, A-L-B-A-A-R, Al-Barr. This is the source of all goodness. This is about Allah. This is the attribute of Allah. This is his power for those who wish to have good offspring. It says in the Holy Quran, lo, we used to pray unto him of old. Lo, he is the benign, the merciful. That's in chapter 52, verse 28 of the Quran. You can maybe get a better understanding than me. It's the English writing here. I won't say it. I won't read it. But it says that lo, we used to pray unto him. We used to pray unto him of old. Lo, he is the benign, the merciful. And this is Al-Barr. He is Al-Barr. See, Al-Barr is one of the 99 special attributes of Allah. In its ordinary sense, it means pious or good, as applied to Allah. It means the beneficent one. Allah is tolerant to his servant, to all creatures, and is good to them. He is Al-Barr. This is his attribute. This is the source of all goodness. So this is what you're saying when you're saying it over your child. It says, he who repeats this name over his child, this child will be free from misfortune. Parents who lose their children very young should not despair, for Allah Almighty despair for Allah Almighty in all his kindness and mercy shall bless them with children who shall survive if they recite profusely this sacred name. I'm saying this name, it's Al-Barr. If you can remember this, go recite it over your child. A baby in your belly. If you have a baby in your belly, recite it. Recite it over your children for blessings. But recite it profusely, always saying Al-Barr. He might not know what you're saying. You're saying the source of all goodness. You don't say Al-Barr. He knows what she understand English. He or she, if you want him to understand, but you don't have to, as long as you know that Allah hears you. He says Al-Barr. Say Al-Barr. And you'll find it truly we did, and according to the Quran, was written in the Quran, truly we did call unto him from of old. Truly it is he, the beneficent, the merciful. We're talking about Allah, God Almighty, the greatest. Again, that's Al-Barr. Call on Allah by Al-Barr. Those of you who are having children and you're worried about how the child going to be, just say over your belly, Al-Barr, women. Fathers, say Al-Barr over the child. Brothers, whether they appear or not, just say Al-Barr. Al-Barr. He who repeats this name over his child will be free from misfortune. Parents who lose their children very young should not despair of Allah Almighty, in all his kindness and mercy shall bless them with children who shall survive if they recite profusely this sacred name, Al-Barr. Thank you, and I appreciate you coming here. And you're entitled to subscribe to the videos that I have already had recorded. You can recite. You can go to the website Lies About God /forward Aleem Muhammad, or Truths About God /forward Aleem Muhammad. And you can give me a like or dislike, whatever you. I would hope you give me a like, because it's toward God Almighty. It's towards your salvation. I hope you would give me a like, because this is towards your salvation. But this attribute, Al-Barr, is for the children. And of course, your salvation, honoring God Almighty, you're giving me a like is not towards your salvation. You're liking what I'm giving you about God Almighty, not me. It's all about God Almighty. So you give me a like just for that reason, if you see something that can help you in these attributes that I'm putting out. And I hope I get a chance to put them all out, to let someone have help. In many of these attributes, you will find help. For different reasons, that is to say, you will find help. And this one is Al-Barr. This is for the children. This is for your children. Recite it over your children, especially those who are in your belly, or those who are born. And you will see that this power exists to help your children and yourself. Have a good night, and may Allah continue to guide you and mend your ways. May God Almighty continue to guide you and mend your ways. Assalamu alaikum. In the Arabic tongue, peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum.